Hi, I'm Amy. Thanks for joining me on the mat today for a full body mat Pilates flow. You should leave this workout feeling strengthened, stretched, and like you've really been able to focus on your breath work throughout as well. So whether you're using this workout to start or finish your day, thanks for joining me. Roll out your mat and let's get started. So we're starting in a standing position today. Your feet should be under your hips. You can just lift your toes and lower them. Make sure you're feeling really nice and grounded. Then look straight ahead, and if you like, close down your eyes, or you can have a look at what I'm doing. We're going to start with some roll down. So I want you to bring your chin to your chest gently. Then let your shoulders roll forward just naturally. Make sure you've got a nice soft bend behind your knees, and we're slowly going to roll our spine down as though we're going up and over a fence. So keep drawing that belly button in. Let that head relax and gravity just pull that upper body forward. When you reach the bottom, you may or may not touch the ground, but I want your head and arms to be loose with a nice bend behind the knees. So that will make sure that you're releasing your lower back. If I was to come and give you a poke, your upper body should just sway from side to side. You're nice and loose. I want you to keep that loose feeling in the upper body. Press into both feet. Exhale. We're going to slowly restack the spine, block by block. So we're going to build up from the tailbone, squeezing the glutes together, rolling up through that mid-spine, rolling the shoulders down and back. The last thing to look forward and restack should be the head and the neck. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest to let those shoulders naturally roll forward. Soft bend in the knees. This is your moment to check in with your body. Just see how you're feeling today. Notice any tension points. Let's take a deep inhale at the bottom. Really bend into those knees and let your head draw down to your mat. Release that lower back. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to walk your hands out towards the end of your mat. We're coming into a quick plank, not going to stay here for long. And then we're going to lift those hips straight up to a down dog position. So heels drawing down to the mat. Hips are lifting high, belly button drawing to spine. Inhaling here. Exhaling, lengthening through the back of those legs. Let's walk the dog. So we're going to bend one knee at a time, alternating sides. Feeling that stretching down the back of the heel. Keep the breath flowing. Good. Go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lengthen both legs one last time. Lift the heels, float the body forward, come back through plank. We're going to slowly lower ourselves to the mat by tucking our elbows in, and in. Beautiful work. Push yourself up. We're coming into a seated position. So make sure you've got plenty of room behind you for when we roll back. I want you to have a soft bend in your knees. Glue your knees and feet together as though you've got one leg. Hands come behind your thighs. Roll the shoulders down the back. Use the hands pressing into the thighs to sit nice and tall. On your exhale, I want you to draw your belly button to your spine and begin to round through the spine. So your shoulders should stay over your hips as you make a C position with your spine by drawing your abdominals in. Once you've found this position, I want you to slowly tip over the pelvis, lengthening your arms as you roll back, engaging the abdominals, relaxing the shoulders. Once the arms are out straight, we're going to hold. Inhale. Exhale, draw your belly button to spine, round the shoulders back over the hips, and use your hands into your thighs to sit tall. Let's go again. Exhale, round. Look into your body. You might even want to watch your belly button to make sure it's drawing into your spine. Once the arms are long, inhale. Exhale, and you can use your hands here as you round and roll forward. And and sit tall. So you can keep going with your arms assisting, or you can release your legs and keep your arms tracking parallel to the ground as you roll back. Inhale. Exhale, roll forward. And sit tall. So we want to roll back until we feel that little shake of the abdominals as they kick in. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the legs together. And restack. On the next one, we're going to hold back. You can do this with your hands on your thighs, or I want you to bring your hands together. We're going to rotate the chest to your right leg, center, left leg, and center. So if I was using my arms, it'll look like this. Chest rotating, arms supporting. We're rotating through the waist. Our hips are staying still. Let's go 6, 5, relax your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, last one. Back to center, hold onto the thighs, round forward, sit tall. Use your arms. Good, we're gonna roll back one last time. This time we're going all the way onto the mat. We're gonna bring our feet with us. So as we round back, engaging the abdominals, I want you to walk those feet in towards you. Make sure that you're not gonna come off your mat. And then slowly lie that upper body down before you rest. Your feet should be just out of reach of your fingertips. You should have a tennis ball distance between your feet and your knees. And then we're gonna lie all the way down. Amazing. I want you to exhale, bring your left leg up into tabletop and bring your right arm and left arm over your shoulders. So both arms will be up, just one leg up into tabletop. Bit of coordination needed here. We're gonna inhale, reach a foot away and opposite arm away from each other, and exhale back to center. So your left leg is reaching long as your right arm is reaching long. I want you to stabilize through your hips as your limbs move. And this is where the coordination comes in. Your foot that is on the mat is supporting you, and that knee shouldn't be rocking. Just like your arm that's not moving should be nice and stable as well. Let's do 2 more on this side. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Last one on this side. Exhale in. Arms will stay still. Lower that foot. Bring your right foot up to tabletop. Other side. So now your left arm and right leg will reach away. And draw in. Reach away. And draw in. Good control. So let's really think about what those abs are doing. As your toe reaches away, make sure your pelvic floor is lifted and squeezing. What does that feel like? That should feel like stopping yourself from passing wind or zipping up a tight pair of pants to engage the pelvic floor and lower abs. Let's do 1 more on this side. And draw in. Good, keep that leg in tabletop. Bring the opposite leg up to join it. We're gonna repeat with both legs in tabletop now. Really gonna make that brain work as well as the body. So our left leg, right hand are going to reach and exhale in. Then we'll swap to the other side. Right leg, left arm, and in. So if you're not following, just make sure alternate sides of your body are reaching away from each other. Draw your rib cage down towards the mat or glide it down towards your hips to engage those upper abdominals. Let's go 4, 3, keep breathing, 2. Knees should stay over hips, last 1. Draw everything in, bring your knees to chest, give them a hug and a rock. Well done. Beginning to feel those abs. We're going to come back to that position again. So knees over hips. Make sure your heels are lifted, not hanging down to your bottom. And your arms are going to be right over your shoulders, palms are facing in. This time we're going to open out to the sides. So our right arm, left knee are going to open away from each other. Exhale, bring them back together. And when you do, I want you to squeeze those legs together. Other side. Left knee. Sorry, I should say left hand. Classic Pilates instructors, getting left and right mixed up. Good. Opening. As you close, squeeze the knees. Your modification, your feet can be on the ground and you can just roll to the outside of your foot to open and close the knees. The only trick with that one is to make sure that your pelvis isn't rocking from side to side. So make sure the lower abdominals are switched on. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale in. Good. Bring the hands down to the mat. Bring your legs back to tabletop. You can either continue with your bent knees, or I want you to lengthen your legs as straight as you can, feet over hips, and we'll do the same thing with straight legs. So think of your legs like clock arms, opening and closing. Relax through the upper body, press in with the hands, and squeeze those inner thighs together to bring those legs back in. The more you can squeeze those inner thighs, the more your pelvic floor is going to kick in. That's good, we want that. Let's go 5, 4, not to mention your little inner thigh workout. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Bend the knees all the way into the chest and give yourself a hug. Use your knees to gently rock up to a seated position. And we're going into our spine stretch. So I want you to bring your bottom back. Take your legs a little bit wider than your mat. And I want you to imagine you've got a wall in front of your feet and behind your back. So you're boxed in and you're nice and straight from both sides. I want your whole back connected to that wall and your feet to press in. Your arms are going to come in line with your shoulders, palms facing in. We're going to round through the spine to start. So bring your chin to your chest and imagine you're peeling your spine off that imaginary wall. So your shoulders are coming off first, followed by your mid-spine, followed by your lower spine. Once your pelvis has left your imaginary wall, we're going to reach the hands towards or past the feet. Make sure the toes are flexing back. You get that hammy stretch. Inhale. Exhale, restack the spine. So think about bringing your tailbone back to that imaginary wall, followed by your mid-spine, followed by your shoulder blades, drawing down the back, connecting to that wall, and sitting tall. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale, roll. Inhale, reach towards or past the feet. Exhale, restack. Use a long exhale as we rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. And look forward. 3 more. If your feet have gone floppy, flex them back towards you. 2. Can't let those hamstrings escape. And sit tall, and let's make this your last one. Round and roll forward. When you reach the bottom, just relax your hands all the way to your mat or to your shins. Just really enjoy that stretch. And then we're going to restack again. Sitting tall. Good. Bring your feet back together. Wiggle your bottom forward. And we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders with our fingers facing towards our bottom. If that feels a bit uncomfortable, just take your hands out to the side. Feet just a comfortable distance away from us, about a tennis ball distance apart. Open through the chest, push into the hands. We're going to lift the hips up into a reverse tabletop position. We're going to look up to the ceiling. Just don't hang your head, just to protect the neck. And then we're going to touch the hips down. When the hips are down, we're going to bend the elbows back to the mat and push ourselves up. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Bend, keeping them in close towards your sides, and press. Temptation is to let them go out to the side. We're trying to instead focus on our triceps. Keep them in. Let's make this 1 more. Good. Straight arms, press into the feet, lift the hips, look up to the ceiling. Touch the hips down. 3 dips. 1 and 2 and 3. Keep breathing. Good. Open chest, straight arms, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and touch down. And bend those arms. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Find a little stretch out here. Lengthen your legs out all the way. Squeeze them together. Push into the arms. Lift the hips. Come into your front or back support. And touch the hips down. Release the arms round over the thighs. And have a little stretch. Quite intense on the shoulders, that one. Amazing. We're going to finish on our backs today. So we're going to take a lying down. Bring your feet again so that if your arms are out straight, they'd be just a touch of your fingertips. And relax your head back down to the mat. Press the forearms into the ground. We're coming up into our pelvic curl. So on your exhale, I want you to imagine you've got a blueberry under your tailbone, and you're going to press your tailbone into the mat and crush that imaginary blueberry. Once you've done that, we're going to roll the hips up off the mat, bone by bone, rippling through the spine, squeezing the glutes to the top. Inhale. Exhale, reverse that movement. So as we roll down, we're going to touch the back of the ribs to the mat first, followed by the mid-spine, and followed by the tailbone, releasing those glutes and that pelvis at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, press the tailbone into the mat again. Scoop those abdominals, press into your feet. Make sure you've got weight into your big toes. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Match your breath to your body, so keep that exhale going all the way until you've released the glutes and release the pelvis. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Good work. Inhale at the bottom. On this next exhale, we're going to mix it up after we roll. So we're going to roll all the way up. Find your hip bridge position. We're going to lower the hips halfway and then squeeze them up to the top. Lower halfway. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. Really make sure you're using those inner thighs and that your knees aren't knocking in towards each other or out to the side. So stability through the legs. Let's go 5, 4, squeeze a little higher each time. 3, use those arms pressing into the mat. 2, and last one, exhale, lift and roll it back down all the way with control. Release the pelvis at the bottom. Let's do a little spine twist to finish class today. A little bit of a feel-good movement. So I want you to bring your arms out to a T position, palms facing up to the ceiling. On an exhale, I want you to lift your feet off the mat one at a time and glue the knees and ankles together. I want you to tip your knees over to the right. Keep the legs together so you get that beautiful lift through the top hip. Exhale to center. Other way. Inhale, tip the knees. Exhale, center. So it's not about how low you can get those knees, it's about how much you can control them. So you want to think of anchoring the back of your ribs onto the mat, and that'll actually help you engage your abdominals. Let's go 5. Relax your neck. 4, 3. Both arms anchored down. 2. And 1. Exhale, center. Good. I want you to lower your left leg all the way to the ground and take your right leg back across the body, across that left leg, and let it sink towards the ground. Might not make it to the ground, that's fine. We just want that rotational stretch. And if you like, you can look down your opposite arm. So you can look down your right arm and just breathe into this side stretch. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, draw that knee back over the leg in towards the center. Touch your foot down and we'll swap sides. So left knee comes in, right leg goes out long. Lift the left leg to tabletop. Take it across the body and look down the opposite arm. Sometimes I like to bring my hand closest to the knee, just onto the top of the thigh, to help draw it down towards the ground and just increase this rotational stretch. Close your eyes if you like as we take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. As you exhale, open the eyes. Bring that knee back to center. Touch the foot down, draw the other foot in. Just take a moment to readjust and center yourself. And gently roll over onto your side to push up to a seated position. And we're all done. Thanks for joining me on the mat today.